The topic I'm going to talk about is one that I've really resisted talking about on camera. I don't mind talking to my friends about it. There's just something weird about, putting it out there. Very, very emotional. We have been married for 13 years. I just finally decided, this isn't working. There were reasons that both of us couldn't make it happen, and we just kind of came to the conclusion that this was not going to be in the cards for us. Good morning. It is Infertility Awareness Day. He has alluded more than I have in videos to the fact that we are infertile. We are not able to have kids. We did lots of things in the beginning when we decided to try, and we tried and things didn't work, and we tried a lot of different things. We did a lot of different research. That's that's what we do. That's who we are. And so we did. And we tried, and we saw the doctor and talked to him about it. Evan had tests, I had tests, I had surgery, exploratory surgery, checking everything out. I took a medicine that was designed to help you get pregnant. A lot of people have had success with it. I did not. And really all it did was make me a person that I'm sure a lot of people didn't like. I was very, very emotional. Up and down, and I just finally decided this isn't working, and it's making me feel really, really bad. That's just not what I want to do. Then my doctor referred us to someone else, and I saw her. I did fertility specialist and the tests and things that they suggested, and then we didn't really pursue it any further for a while until then my doctor sent us to someone else. And so essentially, though, what it amounted to was with this last person that we went through that has been very successful in helping people, but she wouldn't do the procedure because of not being able to get off my anxiety medicines. And I understand that, I know her reasons, I understand her reasons. I probably wasn't super understanding at the time, but I do know and I understand. And I tried to come off all the anxiety medicine, and I nearly had a nervous breakdown. So that was a very challenging time. We just kind of came to the conclusion, there were reasons that both of us couldn't make it happen, and we just kind of came to the conclusion that this was not going to be in the cards for us. Of course, we were older, especially me, but we were older, and we talked about the money involved and not knowing if it was going to work, and honestly, we really just didn't have the funds to do it, and it came down to the fact we didn't know if it was going to work, and if I couldn't function for a short period of time to go through this procedure, then how was I going to function through a pregnancy and things like that? And so I didn't feel like that I would be doing anybody any good. But we just kind of came to the conclusion that it wasn't in the cards for us. And it was a very long process, and it was really hard to come to that. We're at a place now of acceptance, and we just love on nieces and nephews. My cousin has the twins and then their sister, and technically they're not our niece and nephew. They call us Uncle E and Aunt Lala, and we are just kind of surrogate aunt and uncle, and real aunt and uncle, and dog parents. Yes, we did explore adoption. We actually had a couple of different people reach out to us and say, you would just be amazing. And those instances just didn't work out. They were people that had reached out to us. For whatever reason, those didn't work out. We would have absolutely loved to have been parents. And Evan can talk about this a little bit more. His family, growing up, had foster kids. And so, having been through that process of kids coming or going or whatever, he just really did not want to go through that. And honestly, I couldn't handle. It's hard enough for me at the end of the school year to send the kids on, like they're my babies, like they've been with me a whole year. And knowing how distraught I get, we just decided there were a lot of things there that we couldn't control. We have elected to kind of live this life. And so I tell people all the time, we have been married for 13 years. So I was 33 when we got married. You have to really, when you look for a partner, you need to look for somebody that you love, that you enjoy being with. And I say it a lot, but he is my best friend. Like, if it comes to going places, that's who I want to go with. Not that I don't like going with other people, and I love traveling in a group of friends or family or whatever, but you need to marry somebody like that, because while it's important to find someone who you think would make an excellent mother or father to your kids, that dream may not happen. And so you need to make sure it's somebody that you not only love, but that you actually like. If you have any particular questions that you want to ask, want us to discuss, anything like that, I will. I just don't, like, it's not something I really feel the need to on camera go into really explicitly. And honestly, like, it's been so long. You know, when you go through things, they're like forefront in your mind. Now, it's just been so long, and like, it's a way of life. I will say that I have a new doctor at this point in my midlife that I'm seeing, and trying to address some of the female health concerns that I have and issues that I have. And so one of the things that I'm going to do, she called me with 3 options. I can't remember if I've talked about this before, but when I first saw her, they called back and they told me my iron stores were depleted. That's a whole issue. And then with the other things that I'm having, she called me back and she said, these are your 3 options. And one of the options she gave me, when I told her what I would need to make that happen, she didn't like that. And it was based on my migraines. And then the other option she gave me, when I researched, I did not like it. The side effects were things that could cause joint and muscle pain. And every day is already a struggle for me because the amount of pain that I have. So there was a third option, and it was her favorite. I said to her, I cannot commit to anything. Especially option number 1, because even though I felt like we were at a place where we were like, okay, well, we're, we are at a place of acceptance and just knowing, like, we're not gonna have kids, like, it's not in the cards for us. There is something in the finality of that, in saying, I'm gonna go through this procedure that's gonna basically make that impossible. So I said, I cannot make that decision without talking to my husband. Like, that's a decision we need to make together. So we did recently revisit it and, like, go over all the things again. Why? So we have agreed on that. My age is probably 10 years older than when we first started. I don't remember how long ago that is. It's been a good long while, though. There have been a lot of things making me feel really bad for a long time. And so we're working really hard trying to fix those. But there are a lot of obstacles. But Evan just published a video he made about being a supportive husband. And he's very supportive. This is super important to him. And this is something that he really feels led to do and really wants to explore. If you have any specific questions that you would like our opinion, our experience, anything like that, I'll be glad to answer them. Thank you guys, and I want to especially thank you for every time you like, comment, or subscribe. Thank you guys. Have a beautiful day.